Hello, this is my daughter's 2017 Hyundai Elantra. This video will show you how to safely jack up your vehicle. This is the most challenging vehicle I've ever had for just simply getting all four wheels off the ground and safely on jacks and jack stands. And so you always want at least two things holding up your car. You don't want to trust your life to one thing. I've had two people that I know personally that have lost their lives having a car fall on top of them. So if you're going to work on your own car, you need to invest in the safety equipment necessary to do it right. So most cars have a spot where the actual jack goes. All my Hondas have a center point on the front and back, and you can jack the front or back of the car up with one jack far enough to put jack stands on all the jack stand holders, which on every car I've ever seen has a place to put a jack here, every car. And so that's really designed for this, but you have to have a place to actually jack it up to begin with. And so the best way, the safest way that I believe for this car is, as the owner's manual claims, that these 4 points that I just showed you on each side, they're same on the other side. The owner's manual says those are the only jack points for this car, and after looking underneath of it, there really is not other places that are made. So what we did was, I already had the two large floor jacks, the 3-ton floor jacks on either side, and then to make this happen, I bought two more 1.5-ton floor jacks. So I'm going to use the two 3-tons for the front of the car where the engine is at, where it's the heaviest, and I'm going to use the two smaller ones for the back on both sides. And then on each floor jack, and I bought all 4 floor jacks at Harbor Freight, and I bought these pucks, these hockey puck things with a slot in it off of Amazon. I'll put a link in the description. These keep your pinch weld that you're jacking up on from collapsing from the weight of the car. So let me show you what those look like real quick. So when you look down under the car, this is called a pinch weld, and it runs all the way down. So the jack point is in between these two notches. So you're going to want to put your jack right here. But if I just put that metal jack saddle on there, it could, over time especially, crush this. So what we do is we take the hockey puck, we take this, and we'll put it on top of our saddle, and then when we line up and we start to jack that up, we'll make sure that the slot sort of hugs that pinch weld like that, and the jack saddle will be right where my hand is. So we'll take the few moments extra it takes to line that up as we slowly jack up these this vehicle, and then once we get it jacked up, we'll put our jack stands in place. So we're going to do that right now. Go do the same on the other side. Okay, this one I think popped out. Okay, so a time-saving tip I've already learned: don't bother lining up all 4 at a time. Just start with 2, jack those up, go to the other side, then line those 2 up, because otherwise I had to do both these over again. So next time I'll just line up 2 of the hockey pucks on one side, jack it up. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna go check the other side. Okay. Okay, this is plenty off the ground. I want to make sure these hockey pucks and the jacks are stable, that the hockey pucks are, applying pressure, that they're lined up right. They are. They're all doing what they're supposed to do. Now we're going to put these jack stands in place without moving our jacks. So what I'm going to do on this vehicle is just put them as close as I can, touching the jack, because there are no other jack points recommended that I can trust. So this jack is the thing about this jack is I can put it wherever I want it. This jack stand has these notches, so I have to just put it up as far as I can, and there's a little gap. Let me show you. So there'll be a little gap in between the jack and the jack stand. But that's what we're going to do right now, is just look at all 4 of them. Go over to this one, put it up here as close as it can go. Let me see if this one can go on the other side. I'll get it closer, I think. Yeah. Okay, so I can get that a lot closer on the other side, because of this handle that they put on this jack is in my way over here. So that one I'm going to line up on that side. So I'm going to go over here. Handle's over there, so I'm going to line it up on this side. Put it right up against my jack. Get that up as high as it'll go. My last one. Okay, this one I'd like to get a little higher. Not really getting that jack where I want it. Okay. Okay, now I got the jack where I want it. So now I'm gonna lower this jack down so that the car is on that jack stand, and then I'm gonna tighten the jack. So my jack and my jack stand are both holding that weight. The reason I'm not letting the jack go down farther is I don't want to tear up my pinch welds. Okay, now this is interesting. I let the jack down, but the car didn't go down. So it's being held up by the other side. You want to watch here. I don't have my fingers in between there. I'm just getting the hockey puck back lined up so that when the car moves, kind of stays on there. So we'll have to come back. I'm gonna go ahead and lower this a little so that when we lower the other side over there, it's gonna come down. So I think I'm gonna remove that down a little. I'm gonna go to the other side, get those down. I think I'll do the front one first. That's where most of the weight is at. I'm gonna get this down on the jack. Okay, I'm gonna stop it. So that one's held by both. I'm gonna loosen this jack handle. Yep. That one's already down. So I'm gonna tighten that up. That one's done. We gotta go back and check this other one and see how it's doing. Sometimes when your surface isn't exactly even, you'll run into that, where sometimes your car, see, it's not even gonna touch this one. That's not abnormal, as even though this looks fairly level, it's not perfectly level. So for safety, I'm just gonna jack this up. Never put your fingers in a pinch point. Just gonna lightly touch it like that so it can't fall. Also, we have this there as a backup. So we have 8 supports on this car. All of them are actually touching the car except for this one, and it's just a little bit below it. So this is safe, I feel. It's the safest way. Most people are probably gonna say, man, I don't wanna buy 4 floor jacks, but what's more valuable, 4 floor jacks or your life? So you get to decide. This is how I'm going to do it on this car. And if you do work yourself, you probably already own 2 like I did, and all I had to go do was buy these at Harbor Freight. They're normally like $99. Had a coupon, got them for $89 each. Now I can safely work on this car. So I'm gonna put links in the description to what I'm calling the hockey pucks, and I hope this will be helpful. Okay, so when you're done working and you're ready to take everything off of jack stands, you can just one at a time, you can kind of jack up just a little bit, see if the jack will free up, and it will. Just one at a time. You can even try it before you jack it up if you want. It usually needs just a little bit of help. Come out on the other side. This one was the one that wasn't touching anyway, so we didn't need to do it on that one. Okay. So, since the front ones are rated higher, I'm going to go ahead and lower these back ones down first. Do this very slowly. You gotta make sure these come out with your jack. Sometimes they could stick to that pinch weld. Want to make sure you don't lose them by leaving them on your car. So that concludes how to jack it up safely and how to get it down safely. Hope that's helpful.